Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video here on the Sam Cooks Kindness YouTube channel. I am Sam, and I am so happy that you are here. Today, I am showing you a typical What I Eat in a Day. I will show you everything that I eat. It will all be vegan. It will all be oil-free. I follow a mostly oil-free diet. I don't like to be restrictive. I have lost 68 pounds on my health journey so far, and I am still trying to lose a little bit more and maybe build some muscle along the way. So I'm sharing my journey with you. This is going to be a very typical day of eating. I don't really have much of anything planned, and it's probably going to be lots of simple but delicious meals. So I just got back in from my morning walk. My kids got on the bus. I went for a walk with my dog with my weighted vest, and I had put my oatmeal in the microwave before I left. So now it is basically ready for me to eat. So I'm going to dig into that now. I threw cauliflower rice, oats, frozen fruit, water, and protein powder in a bowl, microwaved it, topped it with a little bit of flax and soy milk, and that is my complete easy breakfast. So I'm sitting down and enjoying my bowl of cauliflower chocolate protein oats. This is pretty delicious. It's the first time I'm using chocolate protein powder in oatmeal, and it's not bad. This definitely tastes like protein powder, which, you know, wasn't always my favorite thing, but it's grown on me. This is a pretty good combination, and I'll probably make it again, although I do tend to like the mango oats, and chocolate doesn't go with that, but I'll continue using my unflavored protein in that one. You can see this bowl, it's half eaten now, but it's a very big bowl, and it's a lot of food. The cauliflower in there just helps bulk up the volume of my breakfast without making me increase the calories too much. So that's why I add the cauliflower to my oatmeal, and I can't even taste it. I'm mixing up my fun little drink that I like to enjoy of my vegan creatine, and I'm adding collagen and a half a pack of electrolytes to this. And it's just something I've been doing pretty consistently, trying to see if the creatine will help. And I think it has. I've been taking it for a little over probably a month and a half now. And I definitely feel really strong in my strength workouts, and maybe it's just my workouts, or maybe it's the creatine, who knows. Half a pack of this and a scoop of the vegan collagen. I stopped taking this for a little while, and I'm back taking it again because I do feel like it's helping, and I feel like it can't really hurt, honestly. This has no flavor, it doesn't taste like anything, and it's got 10 grams of protein in it, which is a nice little boost as well. While I am enjoying this drink, I just wanted to pop on and update you guys on where I am in my health journey, if I've made any progress and whatnot. So I'm going to try to do this as simply as I can. Basically, I am down the 68 pounds, and I'm feeling really, really good in my workouts. I'm feeling really strong. I've been focusing a lot more on strength workouts and less on running. The running was really putting a lot of strain on my hips, and I went through physical therapy, and I'm still doing those physical therapy workouts and exercises, and it's helping a ton. And I think the collagen honestly has been helping a ton with that too. My hips are still tight, but they're basically pain-free, which is awesome. And my weight really it's still trending down. I'll show you my chart, but you can see towards the last few months, the trend is so small, but it is still trending down, so I can't be upset about that. I feel like I'm at a point where weight loss is just harder for me. I have a goal of losing 10 to 15-ish more pounds, but I try not to really think about that number too much, which is where this next part comes in, because I am really, really excited, and I jumped on a bandwagon. And that bandwagon is that Hume Body Pod. I don't know if you have seen this, but it is literally all over my algorithms, and I finally got one, and I'm so excited about it because I'm at a point where weight loss is hard, and when I step on the scale every single day, I see a number and I can see a trend, but it's not really giving me the full picture of what's going on. And I have a health coach that helps me with my health journey, but they keep recommending that I go get a DEXA scan. and I just don't have one near me. I have to drive at least an hour to get to one, and it costs lots of money, and I just don't have the time or the money to put into getting regular DEXA scans right now. And if you're not familiar, the DEXA scan is basically a bone density scan that shows you like your muscle mass and your lean muscle and your fat tissue and like your visceral fat around your organs, and it lets you know where you have room to improve. And a lot of people get those regularly so that they can see where they are making improvements or where they are getting worse, and they can adjust. So I got the body pod. Oh, look at the reflection. I got this Hume body pod, and I am so excited about it because it is basically like a DEXA scan at home. It has 98% accuracy, and I tend to be a very skeptical person when it comes to things like this because I feel like, how can it possibly be accurate? However, it's supposed to be 98% accurate in its measurements. It measures you from feet all the way through your body. It's not just the scale, which I really appreciate. And something that also makes me feel really good about the results of this is that it's covered, if you're in the USA, by FSA or HSA accounts, which means you can get this for free from your insurance if you have that, which to me, if your insurance is covering it, that's a good sign that this isn't just a gimmick, that it's actually going to work. So I've been using this new scale at home for going on 2.5, 3 weeks now, and it has been eye-opening and a little bit upsetting. My overall fat on my body is higher than I was expecting, and that's a little disappointing. But my lean muscle mass is higher than I was expecting as well, so that's a good thing. And my visceral fat, like that fat around your organs that you don't want, that's like actually the fat that's going to be damaging to your health in the long run, is like in a really good range, which I'm very excited to see. But the whole point of this is that now I can have a point of reference that is not my weight. So I can monitor my water and my muscle mass and all these different measurements of my body. And it gives you, there's an app that goes with it, and it gives you like a reflection of where your health is, things that you can improve on. It helps you track and set goals, which is really awesome. But the thing that I'm most excited about is tracking my muscle mass and my overall body fat because, like I said, my weight has been pretty stagnant. It's going down, but slowly. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, is really nothing changing, or am I building muscle? Am I changing somewhere else in my body? And now I have a reference point where I can actually monitor that. So I'm going to check back in with you as I use this even more so that you can follow along if I'm just like making no progress at all, or if I'm actually like putting on muscle and like having body recomposition in different ways. So I'm excited to see how this goes and to bring you along on the journey. So if you're kind of in the similar spot as me and this is something that interests you and you want to get your own body pod, I do have a coupon code for you to use. It is for 15% off, and if you use it, it will give me a kickback to the channel. This is not a sponsored video by them, but this is a product that I am using and loving, and I wanted to share this discount with you. Not everything is about weight, and having a different way to measure your health is something that is really handy to have. And I'm very excited to be able to not focus so much on the weight on the scale and having other reference points that I can watch and see if I'm improving in as well. I just dropped off my partner in crime for his first grooming session. He's getting his summer haircut and he's gonna be so cute. I can't wait. But now I need to throw together a quick lunch because it's getting late. So I am gonna have some leftover seitan again, and I have some potatoes prepped, so I'm gonna eat those. And I'm just gonna pair it with some air fried veggies. It's pretty much my go-to, really easy to do. I can have it done in less than 15 minutes. And while it's cooking, I can go do other things. So I'm gonna prep that, and I will show you my finished plate when it's ready. To build this lunch, I threw some potatoes on a plate, didn't even warm them up, cut up some seitan, threw that on the plate that I also didn't warm up, and then the air fried veggies on top of that. For a little bit of extra flavor, I added some sauerkraut and some of this Capital City Mambo sauce that I absolutely love, and mustard. It sounds weird, but the combination of that sweet and hot barbecue sauce and the mustard reminds me of honey mustard, and it's so delicious. This is a high volume, low calorie dense lunch, and it hit the spot. I was able to get in a quick jog before I had to go pick up my handsome man. There he is, all fresh and clean. Hi, baby. Say hello. So I'm thinking ahead to dinner, and I have a craving, and this happens every once in a while, where I crave a kid dinner. And by that I mean like nuggets and macaroni and cheese. So I'm gonna make this in a high volume, low calorie dense, vegan, oil-free way that's gonna hit the spot, and it's gonna be delicious. And this is the trick here. So I'm gonna be making tofu nuggets. It's really just tofu, but the trick is pickle juice. If you are not saving your pickle juice to marinate your tofu, you are missing out. This is my favorite thing. This tofu has been sitting in this pickle juice for like 3 days. And I'm so excited because I'm gonna give it a breading, and I'm gonna bake it so that they're crispy, and it makes them just taste like Chick-fil-A style nuggets, or what I remember them to be at least. And it's super, super delicious. And then I'm gonna make a macaroni and cheese that's also gonna be a healthy, cheesy sauce. And don't know what's gonna go in it yet, but we're gonna wing it, and we're gonna put vegetables in it and probably some sweet potato, and it's gonna be delicious. You know, when you look up a recipe and it calls for like pre-baked sweet potatoes, and you just like automatically click off of it because you don't have that and you don't feel like cooking sweet potatoes, the easiest thing to do, instead of not making it at all, is air frying your sweet potatoes. I just wash them, I put them in here, and I bake them at like 365-ish for like 30 minutes, and you have perfectly baked sweet potatoes. And when you go to squeeze them, if they're not squishy, then they need more time, but usually they're done by then. So it's a time-saving hack. I absolutely love my air fryer, and especially when it's getting hotter and I don't want to turn on my oven, it's just a lifesaver. I use it every single day. So for this cheese sauce, I'm literally just gonna make it up. I'm gonna start with the base of cauliflower and that cooked sweet potato, and then we're gonna thicken it with cornstarch. Make sure it's cheesy with nooch, a little bit of seasonings, miso, and soy milk, and vegeta. And we're gonna blend it and cook it on the stove, and then adjust the taste. So I just blended all that up into a blender and tasted it and adjusted it to the taste. I'll put all the ingredients down below in case you are interested. And I'm going to literally just pour this over the cooked pasta and let it warm up and thicken over the pasta, and it'll be like a delicious mac and cheese. And the sweet potato in the sauce is going to help it be an even more filling meal. For that pickly tofu, I'm going to keep this really, really simple. I'm heavily seasoning it with nutritional yeast and smoked paprika on both sides, and then I'm just gonna bake them until they look done enough that I want to eat them. Putting on some cotton candy grapes while I make dinner. There's that tofu out of the oven, and the macaroni with that sauce and some extra spinach added in, and of course some extra veggies on the side. And there's my finished plate of that mac and cheese, pickled tofu, broccoli, full and satisfying meal. And of course I put ketchup on mine because I'm obsessed with ketchup. This was filling and just a fun meal. So that wraps up everything that I ate today and brings us to the end of this video. If you are not already, please subscribe to my channel so that you never miss another one, and leave me comments below about what kind of simple meals you're eating right now and where you are in your health journey. Do you care about what the scale says? Do you care more about building muscle and how you feel in your clothes? What's important to you? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!